Next up on the menu we have, not everyone can be a content creator. That's a broad title. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think anybody can do this shit, but I guess what he means is something different, because everyone knows that everyone can do content, but I think, you know, he means something different than that. Let's get about the video. Oh, I gotta fucking put the thing. Why didn't y'all tell me that I didn't, you know, do the application and shit? I mean, the window application. All right, let's start it.
I quit my job to do content full time.
If you can stay for just 1 second and hear me out, I'd appreciate it. As you guys know, I make a lot of Yap content, and most of my videos are me talking shit. But as of recently, I haven't really been locked in. And in me, I came to the realization that I need to lock in. So I officially quit my job to pursue content full time for you guys.
That's the opposite of locking in. I don't know if Brill's monetized or not, but yeah, you kind of want to start making at least a little bit of money before you quit. But what the fuck do I know?
The outpouring love and support that I get, and throughout this last year, the growth that we've all experienced together, made me realize that I was doing the wrong thing and putting my time towards the wrong things. And so I'm officially saying this right now. I will be posting every single day for the rest of 2026. I'm going to lock in so hard on this content shit. So if you guys could support me, bro, I would appreciate it.
This video was posted December 8th, 2025, and this person has not posted since May 29th, 2026. And before that video, this person hasn't posted since April. Yet this guy quit his job to become a quote-unquote full-time content creator, and he hasn't posted since.
Fuck.
And that's not the only person that's done this. Here's another. POV, you quit your job to protect your peace and take YouTube full-time.
Never been impressed by nothing,
Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's one thing to quit your job to do YouTube full time. If you just have that much raw faith that you're gonna succeed, go for it. That's not what I'm hanged up about. What I'm hanged up about is, why don't you just do both? You can work and do YouTube. I do this, like, I've been doing this since I've made my channel. My channels, plural. I have I'm Spaidz. Go check that out if you want a more commentary heavy type video, you know, where it's like more a high effort type video. But if you like the reactions, we're on hesSpaidz right now. I think you can do both. So I don't really see the need to give up. You're right. It's like I used to say, right? You have to find something to feed your pockets and find something that feeds the soul, until that thing that you use to feed the soul can feed both of them, your pockets and the soul. Meaning, turn your passion into money. Yeah, let's explore this more, because I don't want to yap too much.
This right here, leave all this shit here. They got me fucked up. That's what they got. Go ahead and leave all this right here. Get the fuck up out of here. I don't work here no more. It's my last fucking day. They got me all the way fucked up.
Here's the thing though, why did you feel the need to film this? This is just literally doing nothing but harm for you, to be honest. I don't think people would appreciate that. Unless they do, people will watch anything. There's an audience out there for everyone. I truly will and do believe that, but I just don't see the purpose in this. This only serves to hurt you, in my opinion.
Albertsons, y'all kiss my ass, my black ass, actually.
Oh wow.
Y'all see this store right here? They weak as fuck, okay?
That's never a good idea to do.
Ain't nobody shopping no damn Albertsons. Y'all want to be public so bad.
This was posted July 7th, 2024, and his most recent post on YouTube was December 19th, 2025. Meaning he hasn't posted at all this year in 2026, and he hasn't made any money.
See, here's the thing. If you're gonna do that, at least fucking post, brother. Like, I'm not the most consistent guy either. On my I'm Spaidz channel, you get like 1 to 2 videos a week. We need to start doing better on that, but hey, we will. It is coming. And on this channel, I try to post every day. Sometimes, some weeks I miss. Hey, it's okay. You're gonna do that. You're a human. But to not post at all? What are we doing? That's just not good, especially since you quit your job to do this.
to be a full-time content creator, yet he left his job. Look, if your job isn't treating you right and you want to leave, be my guest. Like, I personally don't see anything wrong with that.
No.
But the issue here is that these people are quitting their jobs for full-time content creation, and they're not even making enough to be full-time content creators. Hell, I don't even think they're making anything. And the craziest part is that they aren't creating any content / don't make enough content to be full-time, especially—
Yeah, here's the thing. You need to at least post. If you're gonna do this and you're not making the money, at least let it be known that the passion is there by people seeing you posting, even if no one's watching. Like, I post a video even if it doesn't get as much views as the other video. I'm posting because I'm going to post when there's no one watching. I'm going to post when people show up. I'm dancing in the rain and I'm dancing in the sunshine type shit.
In today's economy. Now, one more.
We're not gonna watch this whole video.
Quit their job for content creation. I'm
22
showing you
minutes
guys so many of these because I want you guys to see that I'm not just making this stuff up. This isn't something that I'm just pulling out of my ass. This is becoming an actual problem within society. Everyone is trying to be a content creator. Now, this video right here is a girl who quit her quote-unquote toxic 9-to-5 to—
I mean, hey, I don't blame them for wanting to be a content creator. Working does suck for most people. That's the general consensus. That working is just not really that fulfilling, especially when wages are staying stagnant, and there's a lot of factors that go into it. But the biggest factor for me is the metaphysics of things, right? You know, I'm a big metaphysical guy. I love them. I love metaphysics. It's what I truly do believe in, and it's what's been serving me ever since I shifted over to this ideology of metaphysical principles and coming in realization that this is how the universe works. Beyond that, yeah, I just don't see why you wouldn't do what you don't want to do, right? Make the best of it to do what you do want to do. Just look forward to what you want to do when you get home, right? It's different ideologies, bro. I don't know. I can't really rationalize this shit. And then to not post after doing it.
And I guess the catch is that if she doesn't do this within 6 months, she has to go back to her full-time job.
I quit my toxic 9-to-5 to become a full-time content creator in 6 months. The catch, if I fail, I have to go back to corporate America. It's time for a weekly recap of the first week. Let's start with YouTube. The hardest place to grow, in my personal opinion. I got 30.9 thousand views this week, and I got 113 new subscribers. That is crazy. Awesome. That's never happened before.
That's definitely some good growth, but at the same time, this isn't enough to sustain, especially within a 6-month period. And also, when you look at her YouTube, she makes short-form content.
Yeah, putting a time limit on success is never generally a good idea. Putting a deadline on when you can be successful or you're gonna give up is never a good idea at all. And especially if you're only doing like a niche on a platform like YouTube where you're only doing shorts. Like, if you were only doing long form videos, that'd be cool because long form videos can be turned into shorts. They're just so versatile, you know. Long term videos are like the bread and butter of YouTube. Well and truly, I do believe that. But if you're only doing shorts on YouTube, first off, the requirements of getting monetized if you're a shorts channel, way higher. This is just the brass tacks of it. The qualifications are way higher. People's attention rate when it comes to shorts, way shorter. So, yeah, it's a bit of a cutthroat game when it comes to YouTube shorts.
Which doesn't pay that well compared to long form content. But
especially if you're in the notion of the collective general consensus society mindset shit.
It's only 11 out of 183 days, so let's keep on watching.
Nice to meet everybody. For Instagram, I got 105.2 thousand views, and I have 223 new followers.
That's awesome.
That's also some really good growth for Instagram, but to my knowledge, Instagram doesn't pay that well. Crazy enough, they actually don't pay at all.
Nice to meet everybody. And on TikTok, I got 60,000 views and 316 new followers.
I would say the same thing for TikTok. That's good growth, but they again don't pay as well, and I'm not too sure if this woman is within the creator fund.
Cameron here is laser focused in on the pay aspect of it, and it's mostly because people are quitting their fucking jobs to do this when you really do not have to. Like, if she was working and gaining this support, this growth, this would be even better for her, because then she has something that's feeding her soul. And she realized that work can't control her, and she has other options. even if you don't do content creation, you should know that work is not the end all be all for you. It really isn't. But if you are in a general consensus, you're in the collective society's conscience, they will have you believe that and you will be bought into it. So if you think that way, I can't help you. Feel the way you want to feel about that. But he's laser focused in on the money aspect of it because they're quitting their jobs, whatever, what have you. I think that there's other factors to it, but that's hard not to when they quit their fucking job. It's just very mind-boggling. That's just the one point that keeps coming up to combat what I'm saying when I'm saying, like, that's good, that's great numbers, that's very inspiring, but it's not paying the bills, and nothing's paying the bills because you quit your fucking job.
So I'd assume that she's not making any money from this, but let's keep on.
Like, it'd be one thing if you, I know I'm a yapper. If you watch this channel, you probably know that. If you're new here, hi, I'm a yapper. It'd be one thing if I would say just cut back on working, not completely quit, just like cut your hours. That way you're still working and making some money and you can focus more on YouTube. You don't have to completely quit.
Gratitude cannot describe. Thank you all so much for supporting this journey. Thank you, Lord, for giving me the idea. Not sure if I should make this a weekly series. Do you guys want to see what happens? How we go up, how we go down, how we stay the same? And I am stressed, but happy. And that's all you can ask for.
Now, this was posted a few days ago. So I will say this woman has been pretty consistent. But what I find insane.
What do I mean by that? Stress is a useless emotion, a lot like guilt is. Unless you did do something wrong and you're a dickhead, you deserve guilt. And you should be feeling that. But feeling guilty because of some trivial shit, it's useless. It's a corrosive emotion. It'll eat you from the inside. Pause. You don't need it. Stress is nothing but effort interlaced with the negativity. You don't need stress either. There's one thing with doing effort, and there's another thing with stressing. I say this at work all the time. You pay me to work, you don't pay me to stress. So I'm not going to.
About this one specifically is that you're not even full-time, meaning you're not making any money. Who knows? She probably saved up a ton of money to try to do this challenge, that could be true. Which would make sense. But if
I hope so.
If she doesn't have any money saved up or anything, I just think this is dumb. I find it so insane that so many people out there are so quick to drop everything for something that's not even guaranteed. Now, granted, the economy is pretty bad right now. Tons of things are expensive, and it sucks that there's people out.
Well, if you really think about it, nothing is guaranteed, and that should be very liberating for you. Why should it be liberating for you? Because you realize that none of this shit is actual, like, what should bind you, right? You have more freedom than you think you do. Options are lit up. They're brought into view once you stop feeding into this bullshit that's limiting you.
There with degrees that are still living check to check and even overwork, and seeing content creators online make abnormal amounts of money while also being in the comfort of their own homes is definitely very appealing, maybe even a little discouraging to those who spent many years working towards a degree or climbing the corporate ladder at a job and they're just still not satisfied. But I feel like there's so much more to content creation that a lot of people don't see. Like, most content creators don't make anything for the first couple of years they create content. Just because Kai Cenat makes millions now doesn't mean that you can just get off your ass one day, upload a few videos.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. You can blow up, but most of the time when you blow up out of nowhere, and I think I'll leave the video off on this. Most of the time when you blow up out of nowhere, no, I don't think I'll leave the video off on this, to be honest. It's only been about 13 minutes. We could go a little longer. Thank you for sticking around. Most of the time when you blow up, and it's like a monumental blow up, and since we're not leaving it off, I can do this. You're quick to lose it. It seems that, at least that's what it seems like with most people who do that when they blow up very quickly, because they don't know how to maintain it, right? It's like all very sudden, and it's like they gotta learn how to keep that perpetual motion going. Some people succeed, very few handful do. Most people don't, and they fall off hard, and then they get made fun of. Didn't realize this was in the shot. Crumbled up Celsius can. But when you are doing it the traditional way, yeah, you're gonna be making videos, and most of the time a lot of people won't be watching. In fact, maybe 0 people will be watching, but you have to keep posting because you're learning from yourself, and you're doing it for yourself. If people watch, good. If they don't, okay, you're still gonna post. And when you have that philosophy, people are going to watch. People are going to be drawn to you because they see that you're posting because this is something you want to do. So they're more willing to give you a shot when they see that. At least in my opinion, that's how it's been in my experience. Rather than you post a video, it doesn't go viral, you delete it, and you rinse and repeat, deleting unviral videos. That's just never what you want to do. And people have these rose-tinted glasses when it comes to content. Like, they think they're going to get into it and instantly become a Kai Cenat or a fucking Marlon or a fucking Plackboy Max, when that's just not the truth, right? It's just it's a lot of things that go into it. It's more of a mental game than anything. And if work can get you bogged down and can get you out of body and can ruin your frequency, or for a more normal term to say it, your emotions and the way you feel, then this will definitely make you self-destruct, because this is something that you just have to go through the motions of, right? You just have to keep the attitude of you already being successful, just like everything in life. You got to keep the attitude that you're already at that destination, and then it will come to you. I guarantee you that. But most people don't have that attitude when it comes to anything. So that's why most things don't work out for them, and they think this is the one thing that will, and then it still doesn't, because it's hard to explain. I could yap about this shit forever as someone who's been researching content to say we're fucking 14, now I'm 20, and I've had my channel for like a year now. I've had my this channel I just started a couple months ago, and it's already on the up and up. So yeah, even if when I get 0 views, I still post on this channel, and it's because I don't get discouraged, right? I just kind of make videos, and if they watch, they watch, right? That's kind of how you want to do it. That's why you don't want to quit your fucking job in a vacuum. Man, that was a yap. I'm gonna let the video rock for a little bit.
And you can quit your job the next day and make millions in a few months. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but the chances of that are very slim. And if you really want something that sticks within content creation, what I've learned from creating for the many years I've been creating, you have to slowly build up that audience. I've been making videos seriously since I would say 2019. I started on TikTok when I was in high school, then transitioned over to YouTube, and I didn't make any real money to go full-time until 2024. Since then, I've been full-time making content. And I will say, definitely within that span, there were definitely points where I would make a little bit of money from content and thought I could go full-time, thinking, oh, I just gotta grind harder, I just gotta lock in, and boom, I'll be good. But ultimately, I failed every time, and I went back to working, which there's nothing wrong with that. I learned at the end of the day, but I just don't want more people to fall into this trap thinking that they can make videos and make a ton of money in the span of a few months, all because that's what they see online. A lot of people will see the top 1% of content creators and will see the glitz and glamour of that and think that they can achieve that in a few months, when that's just not likely to happen. Yes, there's definitely outliers, but that's not always the case. They're outliers for a reason. And I'm not saying that you can't get up there, but I just think it's crazy that so many people are quitting their jobs and expecting
it shouldn't be the norm, right? It shouldn't be your expectation, right? But it shouldn't be your expectation if you don't have that expectation for everything else in your life. If you do, then this will work out for you. That's just how that works. If you expect to be, your expectations will make reality, because whatever the thinker think, the prover proves. Shout out Nero Knowledge. So when you apply this to all of your life, then content has no choice but to either have you drop it because it doesn't coincide with you, who you are, and reality will reflect back at you who you are, or it has no choice but to go up just like the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Be at that top 1% within the span of months. And a majority of these people quit their jobs, then they're back at another one in a few months later, if they can even get one. We know how hard the job market is right now. It is very hard to get a job. So if you have a job and it's a good job, keep that job. Like, I personally just don't think that blind faith and quitting your job because you feel like it is the move. Like, I genuinely just don't think it's the move. If you want to quit your job because they're treating you wrong and you have another lined up, by all means quit, no problem with that. But quitting for content creation and you're not making any money to sustain it,
it's very
just stupid. And ultimately, you're just going to stress yourself out even more.
Especially if you are going to start content creation the day after or the day before you quit. That's just very fucking stupid.
Because I feel like one of the key things in content creation is you have to genuinely enjoy it.
Because then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Exactly like he just said. You have to genuinely enjoy making it. Your craft. This has to be your craft. Because if it's your craft, it's uniquely you. But when you do it for the sake of escapism for the wrong reasons, because your craft can be the way you escape, and it's beautiful to have it that way. It's beautiful to have it your craft in general, in a sense. But if you quit your job because you think this is the next move, this is the next big hustle, this is the next trapping, this is the next selling gas, this is the next, you know, serving. No, it's not. This is a way bigger commitment when you do that. And you're not allowed to have fun with it. You're forced to chase trends, which then indirectly makes your content more generic and shit. And it's not as unique, you know what I mean? So that's why it's just all around a bad fucking idea, bro. It really is. But with all that being said, if you want to watch the full video, you saw the title and the intro. And with all that being said, tell me what you think. Would you quit your job for making content even though you've never made a video in your life and you don't even have a YouTube channel yet? Let me know in the comments below. With all that being said, thanks for watching. Have a better day than me.